Okay, so I'm back, and what I'm going to do is model the light switch, and I'm going to do it the same way basically that I did the electric outlet and with a plane to reference from. And this time we're going to build it from a plane. Get your light switch reference image. Look at the statistics, 300 by 186. This time we're going to model it from a plane rather than a spline. And really my light switch is white. Don't ask me why in the hell that turned yellow. So, oh geez. Talk about gaudy. Alright, F3 so I can see. And what I'm going to do is just shift drag out another copy right here. And just apply a gray material to it. Good. And Alt X so I can see through it. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to right click and turn it to an editable poly. Select the image plane. Okay, before I make it an editable poly, right click and make these 1. Okay, and then right click and convert it to an editable poly. And Control X or Alt X so you can see through it. Alright, now we'll select the whole polygon. It should turn red or whatever. Hit F2 so you can see through it. We're going to inset it to this little edge right here. So inset, something like that. Should do fine. Go back here, Alt X so we can see it. F4 so we can see edges. And I'm just going to bring it out a little bit like so. Like that. Go to my border tool and shift drag out a little bit like that to give it a lip. Before we get too far ahead, Alt X to see through it, and I'm going to connect some edges through here. 2. We'll pinch these together and slide them down a little bit. My dogs are going crazy over there. Okay, and then I'm going to select these, connect. Alright, and do that. Alright, good. So now we should have just this right here. Alt X so I can see what I'm doing. And instead of deleting this, what I'm going to do is actually detach it. Okay, select it and just get it out of the way. Alright, good. So you want to chamfer edges, of course. You've been taught to chamfer everything. So let's do it. We're going to chamfer through here just a little bit. Hit OK. F4. Oh, that's chamfered. Okay. And you can chamfer these edges right here if you want to, but I'm not going to. Very insignificant piece here. It's just detail that will be seen from afar, not right up close. Okay, so what was I going to do? I was going to take this, and I'm going to bring it in here. Alt X and Alt X this. Select that middle piece. Select the polygon itself, and let's just trim it down just a tad. Okay, and then we're going to inset it. Set it just a little bit, about like that. All right, I'm gonna kill these dogs if they don't shut up. Okay, so select that. Get this middle part, and let's just delete it. We don't need it. All right, select the border of inside and the outside, and shift drag back a little bit. And while we're doing that, let's do that with this. Shift drag back just a little bit. And bring this in here like so. Alright, if you feel you need to chamfer these edges, go right ahead. I'll do it. I'll show you that you will have to clean this up though. We'll chamfer it. Let's just chamfer it about 0.5. And you see these triangles, we're going to get rid of those by welding them. If it doesn't weld when you actually hit weld, up your threshold till it does it, and then you can go and weld the rest. Some things don't have to be cleaned up. Some things do. And this is one thing. Alright, good. Now we have that. And we're looking good here. I want this to be just a little bit bigger than it is. Alright, just like that. Alright. And this gap that it has will be black, just like that. Because of the gap, there'll be no light through there. Alright, good. So we have that. We could do the circles for the holes, but you know, let's not get carried away. Alright, so we got the light switch about done. We'll call this light switch or light cover. Light switch cover 01. And this little thing right here, which is the light switch piece. I don't know what it is. Okay. So now I'm going to make the little switch, which I'm going to, instead of a box, which would sound like is what you should use, I'm going to use a cylinder. Just in case you want to turn it on and off, I guess. But we're not going to do that. Its height. I just want to kind of cover the hole here. Just like that. Okay, and the radius, I'm going to bring down so it fits inside here. I don't have any set measurements, just make it work. There we go. Something like that, 30. As far as the sides go, it doesn't need any height segments. But it does need to go down on this. I'm thinking about 10. What do you think? I want this 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that'll work. 10. 10 looks good. Up the radius a little bit if I'm going to pull it back more. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, we're going to do 10. Or 8. Let's do 8. Okay, we're going to do 8. Right click and convert it to an editable poly. Take this and bevel it. Just like that. Doesn't need to be too big. Something like that. That will work. And with that, we will click the edges and chamfer it like so. Let's add the same material so it looks all the same. We hit F4. Okay, something like that. It's working. And you know you don't want to get too crazy with chamfering, but I don't know. Let's chamfer this, see what it does. Okay, that'll work. And let's loop through here. Let's just control click all the way around here like this and loop it. And chamfer that as well. Not too much. Hit OK. F4. And that's basically a switch. A little more rounded right there, but I don't care. We're not going to see that. We could keep that hid, or we can do some connects really quick, but I don't know. See this right here, we've already got a problem because we didn't go all the way around with the chamfer. I got an idea. I'm going to do is select all of this, and I'm going to do a slice plane. I'm going to turn it around. Actually, let me get my angle snaps. 90 degrees. Move it over right here and slice it. And I'm going to select these polys right here and delete them. There. Done. Good enough for me. That looks about right. F4 just to see what's going on. Looks good. Okay, and the screws. Instead of cylinders this time, what we'll use are spheres. So, sphere about the size of what it is. Okay, bring it through this way. Zoom in on it. Let's select this and I'll X. And F4 so we can see what we're doing. This time I want to turn this around here, 90. Okay, and we don't need it to have this many segments. Let's do something like 22. Yeah, let's do 22 segments. And go to our left view, right click it, convert it to an editable poly, and get this side right here and delete. Okay, and then what we're going to do is kind of scale this in, kind of like flat. Yep, just like that. Good. And let's just select the border and shift drag out a little bit, just so I have a little lip. And let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to create the happy little groove in it, huh? So down the middle, just select all of that. And you know what? I'm going to delete it. Alright, select these edges right here and bridge. And through here, cap it. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh my god, man. Look what you'll have to clean up. Well, I'm not cleaning up jack. You can do it. You can chamfer those edges if you want to. Remember, this is a once we scale it to fit in the scene, it is going to be a very, very, very small piece. This screw is going to be very small. No one's going to see it. Ask yourself, do you really need the extra polys right there? One thing I'm going to do is select the edges through here, do a ring, select all of that, and I'm going to give it a better, select 1 for it, smoothing group, so that it's not all jagged through there. See? It's like a little low poly screw. Alright, so we got that one. Alt X so I can see what I'm doing. Select the screw, call it light switch screw _01, and shift drag us another one right there. Hit OK. We'll rotate it to give it some randomness. And there we go. Alt X, and we have a light switch. F4, light switch is done. Alright, so let's take it all, go up here and group it, call it light switch group _01, and we got it. Save it. Save it as light switch or whatever you're doing. And I'll see you in the next vid.